Alright, g'day YouTube, how the heck we doing? It is Foul Play here, back for another Pauper League. So far the league's not going so great, and this mulligan decisioning is really impacting on us quite a bit. I don't think we can realistically win past 4 cards, so let's just go ahead and keep this lot. And just bottom what we can. So if we top deck a creature, we have a game. If not, we see what our opponent is about, and then get informed sideboarding. Preordained from our opponent, so my mind immediately goes to fairies here. There are some other blue decks though. They've put 2 cards to the top. Not really what we want to see. Let's pass the turn, see what they play. Maybe we'll cycle Ash Barrens and see what we do from then. Another preordain. There is Chancery from our opponent, so this could actually mean familiars. Familiars is reasonably matched up for us. Any creature off top. Come on, deck. Alright, let's play it out, pass the turn, see if we see any more information. Alright, and with Godfarrow's Faithful, we've pretty much confirmed our opponent is on familiars. Letting a mana burn. Any creature off the top, please. Alright, let's just concede this hand is a waste of time. Alright, so this is a familiars deck. They look to basically stall out the game. They get life gain effects with Godfarrows. They get interaction with Dawnbringer Cleric, destroying our enchantments. Sunscape Familiar makes their blue spells cost less to play. They've got Auromance to return stuff from the graveyard, Muldrift to draw cards, bounce effects of Ephemerate and Ghostly Flicker, fog effect of Prismatic Strands, and then some counter magic and some card draw. In the sideboard, we can expect to see Dawnbringer Cleric, so more enchantment destruction, more enchantment exile, and sometimes a card called Stonehall Dignitary, which for 4 mana enters the battlefield and target opponent skips his or her next combat phase. A reminder as well, guys, if you enjoy the video and want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. Alright, so sideboard cards that we want are Flaring Pain to prevent the fog effects, Krufix's Insight to reload on the enchantment destruction from Dawnbringer Cleric plus Ephemerate, and Relic of Progenitors to control our opponent's graveyard. Make sure they don't get completely out of hand with these Ephemerates on like the Stonehall Dignitary. I'm going to take out Lotus Petal and Cartouche's Solidarity. Cartouche is probably our weakest aura here. And Lotus Petal does not work well when you're siding in Krufix's Insight. Sand looks great, we'll keep. Alright, so opponent keeps their 7 and we just run out our creature. Alright, so our opponent plays a hideout, so they get a plains or an island basically and gain a life. So we know we can resolve Ethereal Armor before they do anything else. Another forest, so that's about exactly enough land. We don't really want to see any more now. Hold the phone. That seems like a good deviation from the plan. Let's get that down before we resolve Ethereal Armor. That seems way more important. When we've got Krufix's Insight in hand to reload the crap out of it, yeah, I'm absolutely fine doing this. Alright, so our opponent's holding up some mana now. Well, we'll just go ahead and try to cast our... I guess we just like chill out and do a Cartouche instead of an Ethereal Armor. We'll see if they want to like prohibit this. I value Krufix's Insight the most out of the cards in our hand currently. Their counter magic will come to an end eventually, and they might want to tap out and get some creatures on the board. Which point we'll try to punish them. Negate. Alright, well that is within the color wheel of what our opponent does. Then we'll just attack our opponent down to 19 and pass the turn. Alright, Modern Age from our opponent, starting that looting game that they play so well. So looks like they may have missed a land drop even. Alright, so Snap has been discarded and cycle Ash Barrens. Finding a Plains. Find our own Ash Barrens, and I mean, it's pretty uninspiring. I guess we just Target our opponent with Relic first. Probably play out the Ash Barons on its just as is. That allows us to both crew fix his Insight and Ethereal Armor while our opponent is tapped out. So we find Mask, Sentinel's Eyes, Ethereal Armor. I mean, all of this looks pretty good. Let's just get an absolute handful there. Play out our Ethereal Armor, attack our opponent for 3. Alright, so Modern Age trigger, opponent discards an island there. Oh, and they concede the match. Let's go Team Bogle. Alright, so there's probably not a huge amount we want to change here. I think we just run it back realistically. Alright, so this hand seems a little or anemic. Our opponent mulligans, we join them. This hand seems a bit better. It's possible I think bottoming Ethereal Armor is wrong. I want to resolve this Relic. We keep double Scout, we can resolve Relic, and then we got like once a test and training draw effect. I think maybe we just have to spin the wheel on the Relic and turn one this Scout. Alright, another Forest off the top, so these test and trainings are going to be live from next turn. Ethereal Armor is the draw for turn. Well, our opponent is pretty much holding up Counterspell, but we need to get that out of their hand so we can resolve this. So let's do this. Maybe they tap some mana next turn to play a creature. We'll see what happens. Wow, our opponent lets the test and training resolve, so we will get in for 2 points. Cycles Ash Barons now, finding that Plains. And Sunscape Familiar from our opponent. Mana? Not mana. I think we just have to cast this one. Target our opponent. Keep that graveyard under control. We got plenty more set test and training where that came from. I mean, we can try and attack. Oh, our opponent takes the damage. Beautiful. Okay, well, there you go. And we see 4 mana for a Muldrifter here. Okay, so it costs 1 less mana because of the Familiar, of course. Armadillo Cloak off the top for us. Well, I guess we just draw another card. That's kind of awkward. Cool, so we see an Abundant Growth for future turns. No attacks this turn. Alright, so our opponent is getting in there with a Muldrifter. We'll take the damage. Yes, please tap stuff in the end step. Make our life easier next turn, please. So 1 top, 1 bottom with Preordain. Muldrifter off the top. Before they get that information, let's give them the choice of exiling Preordain or Preordain. And Ash Baron's off the top for us. So this one we can potentially play frontside. Not super impressive, is it? I guess it's the same if we land cycle and if we don't. So let's land cycle. Plains, play at our Plains. We already have our trample effect. The life gain's not going to be super important. And we'll Abundant Growth here, drawing a card. Attack for 7. Well, we should be reasonably far ahead at this point. Our opponent can permafog us out with Prismatic Strands or the Stonehorn Dignitary. We have Relic to make that a little bit harder for them though. Alright, so Revoke Existence on Ethereal Armor. That has been exiled. There is Chancery from our opponent. In response, we'll a Relic of Progenitors, getting rid of that Revoke. Opponent bounces their Plains. 6 cards in hand, 3 blue mana up. Attacking with both in the air. Very interesting. A land would actually be good because we've got these 3 mana cards and these 1 mana cards as well. Snap on their Muldrifter, sure. Alright, now they recast Muldrifter, drawing 2 cards, up to 7 in hand. Guess that's Spell Pierce that we're playing around. Oh, mana off the top. Don't mind if I do. So throw this one down. Guess we can exile that one from the grave from our opponent. And, well, I mean, this would kill them. So let's just go for the kill, hey? Spell Pierce will get us. Cool. All right, so that's a nice one. We get the victory there. Ooh, that was kind of close. What's he doing with the blue mana? Oh wow, Echoing Truth, bouncing the Ancestral Mask. Okay, so not over yet. That's fine, we put them to 2. Okay, not mucking around, attacks in the air immediately from our opponent. Puts us to 10. Okay, Godfair is faithful from them now. And casting Snap, okay, on their Muldrifter, sure thing, gaining 1 life. Alright, so recasting the Muldrifter, drawing the cards. Another Ancestral Mask off the top. Well, yes, we can activate this. I mean, it's always going to be Snap anyway. Currently, our opponent does have 9 toughness. That means we'd have to deal 14 damage to them. This is equal to 3, taking us up to 10 damage. So we basically need an Ancestral Mask here. Let's just like force the issue. Alright, so we'll go to attacks. We'll see what our opponent does. They probably have Prismatic Strands. Sure. Alright, so our damage is fogged out there nicely from our opponent. We can interact with Prismatic Strands in our opponent's end step, so we don't have to crack the relic just yet. Because it's that Auromance that returns it from the graveyard, I think we can just chill out for a minute and play it in response or play it at end step. Alright, so not surprisingly, opponent getting in with Muldrifter here. That's going to put us to 6 life. And evoking Muldrifter in the second main. Very interesting. I wonder if it's evoke plus ephemerate. Okay, no ephemerate, Muldrifter to the graveyard. 7 in hand for our opponent. Oh, hello. Revoke existence on our Ancestral Mask. That could mean good things for us. Alright, and deep analysis. Target player draws 2 cards, targeting themselves. Okay, up to 7 cards in hand. Tapped out. Oh, 1 island gets played. Alright, let's cash in this Relic of Progenitus. Hey, look, a Mana Source. That may or may not be helpful. We'll see. So on a Ledge Walker off the top. Alright, so... Well, we have the option to just kill our opponent here if they do not have the interaction. Let's go for it. Oh, bam. Our opponent concedes. Wow. That was a wild one. Well, you can see the strength of Relic of Progenitus. It removes the ability for them to return their Prismatic Strands or even get a second activation of it. So, good games. Well played. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Till next time, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you then.